and welcome to the show. I'm just gonna... Basically, I need to set this up, do a little bit of upkeep so that my stream is running properly. And I can read chat. Let me verify I'm live. I am in fact live. Hoo-yah. I always have to post my stream music playlist. And I'm doing it manually because for some reason my bot is down. And then same with the Discord. I'll also do this in YouTube chat. Yeah. Let me get YouTube chat going. Apparently, I have to go to my actual channel. Let's try that then. Let me know if the audio is bad, by the way. Your channel. Why does it say tournament? Oh, does Twitch say that too? No, Twitch says what it's supposed to. Hold on. Xiangqi versus chess balance tests. Please do this quickly. Well, the people should know that I'm live at this point. We're having trouble doing your video. Changes saved. Okay, good. Now it says what it's supposed to. Post the Discord. Post my stream music playlist. And now I need to set it up so that I can see chat properly. Pop out chat. Hello, YouTube chat. Then let me make sure the alerts pop out activity feed. Sweet. Okay, so that should be everything I need to verify that that's operational. Yeah, because Twitch chat, YouTube chat, activity feed, links posted. Now let me let everyone know I'm live. Everyone. Publish. Sweet. And then we'll see if the guys are available in matchmaking. I'm gonna go to VIP Plus, top end stuff. And the top end VC. Okay. So I'm just going to do some self-analysis. You're not allowed to join that one? Oh, I guess you're not. I'll give balance tester. should be allowed now. Alright, so let's see. Who to play? White to play. And I was the chess side. Let's try to figure out what's going on in this board position. Alright, so this was dropped. These are now holding hands. The queen backs out to a reasonable square, which then gives it access to other associated squares that could be relatively safe given the right circumstances. This has this covered, this has this covered. The horses are holding hands. This rook is over here, ready to do something like this. Salvo is currently at 1. This is targeting this way. And it is white to play. Let me look at the last line that we were messing down. And we looked at that check. And then stuff like this. Where because of this check, you give up hold of that. Then you went this way, and we didn't like that for some reason. Probably because we give this up for free. Is there any solution to that? This pawn covers this square. I mean, it's a great check so long as this is covered this way. This is covered this way. There's maybe an argument for takes. That's my first instinct. So I'm just going to leave arrows on candidate moves for now. My balance tester should be here in about half an hour. In the meantime, I'm also currently washing very old chess pieces. I received those chess pieces when I was 12, and I'm like 25 now, so 13 years ago-ish. No, I might have been 14 when I received these, so 10 years ago. But these pieces were actually... my mother happened to work at a prison, and some of the chess pieces were no longer being used by the prisoners, so she washed them off and gave them to me. And now it's been a decade, and some of them are kind of grimy, so I already sorted all of them into sets, like actual chess sets, and now I'm like washing all of them off. Not every set's complete, but it is what it is. I already verified my audio, I already got my music going, chat's up, notifications up, everything's good. And I am now enabled to where you guys can see when I would get my next thing. Hell yeah. So the main thing that I want to look at in this position is, of course, does that just win a pawn? So, cannon is arguably weaker than knight for endgame considerations. So if you're just trying to get into an advantageous endgame, it might be correct. And the current location of the queen there also means that how say? Where the queen is right now is not targeting anything that isn't covered, right? Because it's only targeting that one pawn horizontally, that one soldier, and that's being held down by the knight. And this cannon move doesn't change that. And I think you'd rather have the knight in the endgame than the cannon, But do you give up too much pressure by trading off that cannon? Is the question, I guess. And furthermore, does it lead to anything? Because you don't want to just trade for no reason. You just have to verify whether or not you're okay, right? So let me actually run down this line a bit. Takes. Does that weaken anything? Like, is there some sort of fork here to worry about? These two are both on this side of the river, so nowhere is at risk there. I guess you could do something like this. This bishop is hanging, but that's also kind of fine. Hold on. Was that always a thing? Yeah, this pawn's hanging too. Yeah, why not just go straight towards the endgame? Takes, black to move. Black can save this. But if you just move it one square, they pop this. And then it's hanging again. So currently, this is just hanging. If you do something like this, they could blow this up and then this... I feel like this is going to be the one to die to the salvo. And it's going to happen when the knight moves. I guess you can assume that one of these will die anyway, but it probably dies to the rook infiltration, right? Which then opens up the opportunity for something like this, and have it all be supported for the infiltration. There was another line here where the knight was able to move here and retarget. Yeah. So if you go down this rabbit hole, there might be an opportunity depending on where these end up. So like right now this cannon's hanging. So something like this right now, right, covers, like attacks this cannon directly and asks it where it's gonna go. And it protects this pawn from this. So this gains tempo, yeah? Am I wrong? I mean, I guess you can deliver this check first. And then say that you're going to back up to there. I guess it just depends where the king wants to go. Because this centralized rook is much stronger. It's also pretty hard to attack. Interesting. Well, these are the only two legal moves. This is covered this way. Which I suppose is another really good thing about being on this diagonal in the first place. So the king doesn't have to go this way just to protect that. If you go this way, what's the risk? What's the downside? Mostly stuff like this. It opens up tactics involved in the pushing of these and that for later. If you go this way, however, I mean, either way you give up castling rights. What about just doing this? Just block with the bishop and say, I want to castle. Do you want to castle? No, there's already open files everywhere. The rooks can develop just fine. In which case, go here? I guess? Yeah. and then you back this up to here, or you just take the bishop. Probably back this up to here, and then you can cover this with the rook. No, you cannot. You may end up going here. Yeah, because then you have these types of things. This is technically unprotected on this line, but it looks reasonable to me. Cover this way. There is the risk of this push, opening up the competent bishop to maybe come in and create an attack. I think black does not that. That's illegal. This mate threat, well, not a mate threat, but still threatening to support and come in. There might be an argument for something like this and then this, because no matter which you take with, you leave this hanging, because the cannon won't be able to capture either way. I guess you could push this first and then threaten it again, and that's probably the best move because you're opening this up. So this push opens this, but then this can take here. Confusing. So maybe this is okay. If they push, you take. If they push, you cannot take. You're pinned. Okay, so this square is soft. Huh. Interesting. When my balance tester gets here, I'm going to walk back through these moves and talk about them and see if they have any counterpoints or other ideas. Because of course I'm just one guy, right? Analyzing a position alone with nobody in chat to hang out with me. It's alright, guys. I know a lot of you actually come and watch the VODs at like 2 in the morning because you're interested from the Asian variant perspective, right? The Xiangqi side. Oh, that reminds me. I should force Westernize because most of my audience is Western. Alright. The fact that this square is soft is a little annoying, because it does mean I can't push this unless I cover this somehow. So this trade would also leave that soft. I could... It's white to move. Just on principle, I could just go here, because that also opens up this as a possibility if I ever think I'm winning an endgame or ready to win an endgame. So that's a reasonable-ish move, but I want to look for better. Just because that looks reasonable doesn't mean it's right. This line lost an elephant somehow. Where did white lose an elephant? That's a question I want to cover. King here to try to get out of the pin. Queen back. Knight here, target, and then... Why? Isn't that just bad then? That's just a full blunder of a fucking elephant. Isn't it? Am I missing something? Yeah, the queen escapes fine. Why would you give that up? Okay, no, absolutely not. We're gonna say this is wrong. I'm just gonna put that in the notes. Okay. Well, I'm glad I checked. Alright, so white to move here. New line. White to move. Need to make it to where this wouldn't be hanging on a hypothetical line. Why'd you do this? I mean, I guess if you're really trying to force one of these to work on the aggressive attack, Because you did gambit a pawn, I guess the argument is the elephant doesn't really matter. Maybe just wait a little bit and... I don't know. There's a potential push over here. That's an idea. To try to target this guy. But the knight isn't pinned anymore. So it will come to the center at some point. And actually be part of the game and part of the attack and defense. This is still a square of consideration. What's protecting this? Nothing, but also nothing's targeting it easily. There's horse opposition. Just something like this creates knight opposition with the horse. This is now double protected, which is important. So I guess you were trying to make this attack work on main line. So takes there, takes there, takes there. So you lost the elephant, but you win a pawn. So it's just equal? I see. But don't you want better than equal? Tentative idea. This is currently hanging, no? No, because the cannon. How do you make this hanging? I guess you would have to unpin this, but you can't. Okay, so that's kind of a problem, I guess. What if black just pushes here? I mean, it's fine, it's protected, it's not being attacked, and now it's targeting this cannon. So I guess the idea is you want to unpin this. Unpin this bishop somehow. And then what? What's the goal? The horse covers both of these. So why do you want this bishop open, Roland? You had an idea. What was it? To be down? Oh, if you unpin the bishop, you cover this square and you can push here. Got it. Interesting. If you take here, king has to take back, then this is live again. You have a lot of trouble protecting this without this bishop. So where can the bishop go? Here, safely-ish, because this trade exists. And then that lets this die. Okay, so not here or here. Well, maybe. But I guess you would rather go here. That opens this possibility up. I don't like where this is headed. The other issue with doing things this way is it means you're targeting here instead, and it gives this up. Is there... How did this rook end up so far forward? That's a question. Gambit the pawn, rook here, just to protect this. So you can't move, not that. So that would mean that you can't move this back because this hangs. So why move this one when you could just move this one? Are you just really that worried about the knight coming in? I mean, it keeps the elephant alive. And it still supports this. It still targets the queen. And the queen backed up in the first place because of this trade. And it still brings the opportunity for this, but then the elephant's just alive. Right? Am I stupid? The only downside to doing it this way is it lets this knight move. Was there an issue with that? Did we try that at some point? Did we try this? No, we have not. Did we try anything like it? Let's look at this line again real quick. Takes. Oh, that was this line. Got it. Alright, I'm looking at this. Because it doesn't sack the elephant and it still targets the queen and goes for this. And then I have opportunity for extra protection here with the cannon after. The second cannon, right? And then I guess what we did last time was this on this line. Yeah, what did we do here? Takes over back. I see. I guess you just go here, because now you're protecting here, you're targeting here, this guy's fine. And now it would be takes, and thanks to this queen being here, you're not sitting pretty like you were before. So I guess the argument is, what? That if you do it this side, you're able to get this rook in? Trying to make my own variant and got stuck creating custom piece. Moves like a Wazir and Dababa orthogonal, and like a G3-3. Okay. So, I want the custom piece to make a leaper only in G, but block this option with orthogonal. Then just write it out in your rules. I mean, are you trying to use a specific interface and you're struggling? It's not that difficult to code that in if you're trying to make your own stuff. It's also not that difficult to write it down to work right in a rule book. Were you doing it on chess.com or something? It says you have to write N in .ini before a letter, but it doesn't work correctly. Oh, you're doing it with Fairy Stockfish. Okay. Real quick then, let me open this up. And I'll type in... So, you want it not... Do you want the Dababa move not to jump? Yeah. Okay. So what you would do is R2 and then NG. And it would also work with W2. Because I believe W is Wazir. And then the N just makes this a jumping move on G. But you don't use the Dababa atom, because the Dababa atom is always a leaping atom. So you just have to set a range on a Wazir or Rook atom. And then it won't be a jumping move. I also am pretty sure you don't need the jumping move on G. So probably just W2G will do what you want in Fairy Stockfish. Hope that helps. Quite welcome. Beta notation is interesting. So right now I'm here. So my goal is for, because Xiangqi has the pressure right now in this position, but they're down a pawn in the opening because they gambited it for the pressure. But I don't think they can mate. I mean, there is always this rook move, but it leaves this guy hanging. And right now, this pawn is protected too much for weaknesses. Is there any way in the current position? I mean, the only attack I really see is this sort of thing. But then how do you support this square from the queen, right? I guess you could use the salvo. Let me look at other plans. I guess you could drop this rook here in order to protect this directly, and then push this way. So you use this rook to free up this rook, or this king's chariot, my bad. Maybe something like that. It hurts to be slow and methodical after gambiting a pawn. But I think it's correct. And if it's correct, it's probably wrong to gambit the pawn. Damn it. Yeah, if you did want to use a Dababa atom, by the way, because you can, technically, there's nothing stopping you, you would have to use the laming letter, whatever that is. I think it would be L. It might also be H for horse. I'm trying to remember what the laming modifier is. But if you did that, it would do the same thing. Rook here, and then a question of where to go. I think if you go here, then you shouldn't have moved out in the first place, way back here. Yeah, okay, so that's just a wasted move, because I think it's incorrect to go this way, right? Is there any way to prevent the pawn gambit? You push the center, you centralize the cannon, queen comes out immediately. Is there a single move that exists that protects this pawn right now? No. So if you wanted to do that, I guess you would have to skip this centralizing move for now and just way back here do this in order to prepare to do this. And then doesn't this guy just die if you do it this way? Pretty quickly too. Yeah, you're running into this issue. Oh, no, you're good. Can't go there. I hope my explanation also showed you why the Bateson notation does that. You know? Because when you do the number after an atom, it repeats the atom a step. But the Dababa atom itself is already a jumping atom. So you'd rather do Wazir twice. Yeah, I'm only going to analyze on my own for about an hour if Potat isn't able to join, since we're at the point where the other balance testers should be coming in. So if we reach that point, we reach that point. I guess you could go here, target this immediately with the knight, and then it gets protected this way. This is just a whole different opening. Oh, that's right, I forgot to reduce loading, which is important. Because that means you can do this shortly. Still can't join? What? You have the right role.
Oh, it just let me know. It like switched from lock to the speaker.
I'm currently adding and messing with the permissions to make sure it works properly.
Right. Yeah. How's my audio? Is there any like background noise?
No, it works great.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay. And I think I've fixed the top end stuff channel. I think VIP Plus already worked properly, but this one's fine too. Especially because the developer, we made another whole developer Discord because we realized that we were going to need more moderators as the community grew. Alright, so let me send you this link.
Hold on a second. I need to mute myself.
Okay. Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So you should have the link. I have been looking at this opening from the balance test that True and I were looking at, and there were
the same game from last time.
Yeah, because we didn't finish it. The main thing was like, is there a way to still push this pawn early and not, give up one of these two pawns? And I'm on 11 part 1 right now with my circles. Because that's the first consideration.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm looking at a sideline. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
So, in the actual game, the cannon centralized, and then the queen immediately targeted this with no way to save it, right?
And I think we ended up discovering that that line just was not good for white, right?
Well, the issue is black is able with correct play to stabilize, and go ahead and move the queen twice, kill the pawn, and still not be losing, and therefore be going into a winning endgame. In relative theory, there might be some reason why it works, but it's not sound for what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think at least this cannon centralization move is wrong, and then my immediate two thoughts then are this elephant move and this pawn push. But The good news with the pawn push is it stops the queen from going here and immediately targeting the other cannon, because that's protected here. So this is the line I was looking at the moment. And the idea is that you can just centralize one of these elephants and be holding this, and then you're just trying to trade this soldier off for a pawn as soon as possible.
Interesting. Yeah, because without the support of the cannon, you're not going to be able to, like, push this seriously.
Yeah, not immediately,
so,
yeah. But also nothing's protecting this square.
This promotion is also covered, so...
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really have any way to support it either. I mean, I guess you could do this, but that's kind of stupid.
Maybe, but also, like, as far as the queen development is concerned, because that was the stuff that ended or made it very poor last time. Horse covers here, Four Winds covers here, and then the soldier covers here. So the most advanced spot the queen can go into is here.
Yeah, and that's not really actually that threatening. This is, I guess maybe you should try it, and you could just cover that pretty easily.
And you can't capture here, I don't think. I don't think you have time based on loading, because then you could immediately target both the queen and the rook in the same move, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't hanging from the knight either.
You have enough time to go here and here. That's pretty pleasant, I guess. You can maybe even start pushing these side pawns, and then you're gonna have a lot of potential promotions.
Yeah. And it's actually not that far. We ended up on some lines getting to in the 30s compared to the 12s, or the teens. But many of the early decisions are just based off the fact that the queen ends up on this file, and the cannons are stacked here with neither elephant able to advance.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like a nightmare to defend.
It wasn't too bad because white just had so much pressure, but the pressure was not enough to win, so why give up the material?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, having one cannon here, or like even one cannon here, is like kind of good, but like having both of them, just I think, kind of blocks you off too much. Like, I saw where you get disadvantage without even counting the pawn.
I'm actually okay with the double stack cannons, but I think maybe they need to be somewhere like here or here.
Yeah,
that way the
cannons are definitely good, but yeah, not here in front of the king.
Yeah, that way the elephant can cover these two squares, and you just have a solid way to hold on to these. But then the question is, how do you trade off this guy as soon as possible? Because there's no way to defend this right now. There just also isn't a way to attack it yet. The best thing you could...
It's pretty easy. I mean, you can't really cover... I guess you could play something like this. Cover this square.
Mm-hmm. Or even...
Probably gonna win a soldier eventually.
Or even one of these.
So maybe it might have been better to push this earlier.
Maybe?
Not move forward at all.
Oh, yeah, or not move it forward at all, and then it's covered naturally by the horse development. And that is the natural state of the Xiangqi pawn line if you are trying to cover everything, is these two push forward, opening up the horse development. The elephant goes to the center to cover that, and then these chill on their base squares until you're ready to push them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is kind of different though. In chess, I mean, when you're playing against chess, I think it's more natural to push these earlier on, just because it's supported and attached forward, right?
Yeah, which
maybe not this one, because this is more of an endgame soldier.
In some ways,
for promotion.
But also because this knight is pinned, you also have some pretty good encouragement to try to go for it. You know.
I don't really see any tactics because you're also blocking your own cannon. And that's
true. Oh, so you're saying that the soldier goes here and then the knight immediately just gets out of dodge?
Yeah.
Maybe even kills here, depending on the board state?
Yeah, the main benefit of having that soldier here, I think, would just be to push this.
True. Because then you get here, the knight gets out, and then you go here, and then the knight has to move again, like here or something.
Yeah, and they don't have
Maybe
the chance
here?
to like, undermine your structure.
And once you have two of these holding hands, like maybe you use a salvo on these. And
Yeah, I guess that would be the strategy. But
it's an interesting
I mean, that's
idea.
kind of unrealistic. It takes I think too much time to get that soldier in position because of the way it's on the edge there.
It's 3 turns. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and like these first 2 pushes do basically nothing, like to improve your position. Maybe
Black
open up your rook
to
slightly.
move. Because these two are already developed, the most natural move is maybe this, but it also really pens in your queen. So you're already covering this square this way. I guess you just want to cover this square. So probably something like this.
That would be pretty natural.
Yeah. The idea being that you just want to create the impenetrable cube to defend against cannons.
Yeah, or maybe you're gonna develop your bishop this way.
Maybe. I kind of doubt that, though. Alright. Real quick, I will be right back. I'm just going to get myself some food.
Another. Okay, never mind.
I'm listening.
I was a bit. No,
Okay,
I was gonna say something stupid. Don't worry about it.
Got it. So, if we're gonna do a more principled approach here, what's White's main goal? Because there's tons of ideas, right? You already have the natural horse development. I think reactively and reflexively, that central soldier isn't in danger in this position, even though it looks spooky. So I'm thinking of course this move, of course this move, and this move, right? Those are decent ideas. But also these. And this one. With an idea to try to double stack somewhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my food started. What I'm trying to do is commit timing-wise to, if I have the opportunity, do a balance test every day between like 5 and 8, rather than trying to set aside a big 6-hour window, while I'm actively coding when I get the chance. You know what I mean? Because, of course, like, the web app is the most important thing, but I feel like I'm not making progress if I'm not balance testing, because that's the phase we're in on TB, you know? On the game itself. We'll see. Did you go somewhere, Potat?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. Just making sure you heard my little monologue.
Oh wait, no. I just got here actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good. I put the like natural candidate developing moves on the board as a set of arrows.
This cannon move. What would be the idea behind that?
Just trying to prepare for a double stack because double stack cannons are pretty powerful. Either here, with the idea of maybe wanting to get the other cannon to one of these. I mean, we centralized this in the other line, but the issue was the queen was able to come in this way. On this line, the queen is unable to come in this way, so maybe you can get away with the double stack cannons in the center, you know? And still going for the same type of pressure.
Yeah, but this is still a bit soft.
It is a bit soft, I agree, but it's somewhat hard to attack. Like you owe this move first.
If you're moving this away, then
True. That also, if you go back here and just put an elephant here, you're supporting the center, you know?
also you can unpin even by castling.
Yeah. One thing I have noticed is if you commit to castle on one side too early, all the salvos.
With this soldier and 3 salvos left.
So you kind of have to wait for them.
You push this first, and then you can get in this as well. You're chilling.
Yeah. So you need to castle on a side where you're not going to get salvoed to death. However that means. Whether you force them to use up their salvos before you castle, or you protect that side with a few pawn pushes first.
Yeah. Well, like, 1 pawn versus 1 soldier might be a bit not so good because the rooks are coming in.
Yeah.
So you would probably need 2 pawns versus 1 soldier. Here. Alright.
Or at least commit the bishops to it to help.
Salving this one is still a bit dangerous with this rook line. So,
True, but
as long as you can preserve this one, you're probably fine. You just need to keep this pawn safe.
yeah, you do have issues pushing this one, because if you push it 2 squares, it doesn't support these, and it doesn't protect your king as well. But if you push it 1 square, it blocks your queen in and brings on this whole mess.
Yeah. But also, it's not really very salvable, so I don't think it's an issue right away.
Not immediately. But at the very least, you don't have time for the rook line for this. White to play, last turn under loading. I'm still tempted to do this. Just to open up, second cannon stuff. The moment you move it, though, you do unpin this, which could be an issue.
I mean, I feel like you would want to do this first before any cannon shenanigans, right?
But that's also a little committal. Like, do you want to do this proactively, or would you rather do it reactively when they find a way to target this,
Well, the thing is, it's already targeted.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So just to free up the cannon?
Yeah.
But this preparatory cannon move also theoretically could come with tempo, so you could do this first, force the queen to develop, and then go here?
I mean, it doesn't really matter that much.
I guess doing it now has peace of mind. Is there any reason to do this side instead of this side? I guess you're softer on this side, so putting it here is safer.
You're more likely to maybe in the future put this rook here compared to something similar on the other side.
Gotcha. Yeah, I could see that. This side is more...
Kingside, especially with kingside castling, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. That does give black the opportunity to do things. I kind of think that you might be able to oppress things by just getting the queen here.
You'd probably hit it with this one, right?
Yeah, because if you did this, if the queen got here first, before the rook covered this, then like you're preventing all of these moves, which are just natural, and with not a whole lot of ways to retarget this.
Yeah.
That's also a really good reason to move this one rather than this one.
That's a good reason to avoid moving these early on, right? Because it weakens these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Or if you
right now
do...
can't do either of those without weakening this.
Yeah.
Or actually, maybe you could even do something like this because you can't do that as effectively.
Well, if you go here, like now,
Yeah,
right?
cannon, yeah.
Yeah, the cannon kills. But also, let's say that you had this guy here. If you block here and then go forward, you didn't prevent this move, so this guy can still come over here. So it's not nearly as bad, you know?
Right. And you still have this one coming here, which is fine.
Yeah.
Or here, in some cases.
Okay.
For white, it might be good to salvo this pawn before it has a chance to move.
Oh, whoops.
Eh.
Loading is done. You said you wanted to salvo this pawn?
Yeah, well, salving that pawn effectively prevents kingside castling without, like, being under a lot of pressure. So...
By that logic, I might want to do this now, right? Because I still protect this.
That would make this a bit more of a target, though. But, I mean, it is covered, I guess, like that.
Yeah.
This would be undefended. Maybe some tactics, no.
Bishop has it.
Oh, right. Yeah, bishop.
At least until the king is...
Yeah, you're gonna be moving that pretty soon, right?
It depends. Like, I already have this square covered twice, so if you push here and try to... And the elephant is also blocking, so maybe I don't need to do any of this type of things on these lines?
That's true. Maybe you could play this.
Oh, just push it 2 squares and just say, we're going to trade now?
Yeah.
Just to put... It does put pressure down this way, but...
Yeah, it would give also more infiltration squares at some point and Krish's horse, which is... I don't know.
I mean, the horse is protected just fine right now, but yeah.
Yeah, but this square's
More importantly... That's just a lot of really good queen lines.
Yeah. I was just more so looking at the activity.
It prevents...
You'd probably not want to take...
Yeah, a queen on this square dominates the horse, right?
Yeah.
So if you take, it's there, and if you take, takes, that's kind of sucks. Are you just forced to trade?
Maybe... maybe you could do something like this.
Okay.
The knight is still pinned.
You have to put these on top of it.
It seems that pretty important to get the horse to the riverbank IMO. It could be really oppressive. Also, how can queen dominating the horse when it can't capture diagonally? You right, my bad. So let's actually look at this line more closely now. Because what is it actually accomplishing? Poorly. Like, you could still do this after. Maybe you'd rather have the trade on the board. Heck, since everything's covered, maybe you take the opportunity to salvo this now? Because you already traded off on this side. So if you just, you know, split a little bit and always make it tough for the enemy. I mean, this is out, so this is a more important salvo target right now. Just because of the central pressure and where the king currently is.
Maybe you could just do this like right away and have this come in.
Oh, because the elephant covers it? Yeah. That sucks. Excuse me.
Now this file is looking very strong. So the
I have this.
Knight pawn push wasn't that bad.
And now you're in the situation where it's difficult to defend things?
Well, I don't think this pawn is necessarily that important, right?
It depends. You certainly have positional compensation because you oppress this file, and I'm still pinned down over here, which for now means these three pieces are not in the game, right? But in exchange, you might be losing this soldier.
Just looking at the ideas of doubling up the roots. It doesn't quite, I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't quite win anything.
True.
Actually, maybe just this. Pressuring the pin rook. Maybe the pin knight.
I'm going to promote this line to main for now, but the other line with the knight here was not unreasonable. Did you double the rooks? Yeah, you did. Or did you want to look at the knight move more?
Yeah, both of them right now.
I see. This knight move is spooky. I mean...
Well, I don't think the trade is that bad. The trade is actually probably good for white. I mean, black, not white. It's good for black because this knight barely moved. This horse is
That's fair. You're much more developed than me.
It's just the pressure. But maybe now you get time to do something like this.
Honestly, here, since I don't think... I agree that I'm not sure that this is that bad.
Oh, no,
I would just kill here.
This would lose because I'm... Well, actually, no.
Oh, you're looking at this rook line. How is this losing?
No, it's actually fine. You just need to take this rook. You're basically forcing an exchange.
Yeah. So if you capture here, it would be takes. Well, this is still a thing. So I'm forced to do this in order to not lose shit. And then you're kind of forced to do this, right?
Well, I
And then it's either bishop takes or queen takes. There's definitely an argument for queen takes because of the sente on the cannon and keeping the bishop in a spot where it can block the king line. Yeah, because otherwise you might be hanging the pawn. I think I'd rather do bishop or queen takes rather on this.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But now you're losing the target on this, which would come with check.
True. Hold on. Why not horse d5 instead of horse e6? way back. Good question. But it doesn't end up the same. It means that these two wouldn't be able to interact. This is now a riverbank horse. So this horse has 4 jumping squares while being unable to be attacked diagonally. Oh, my headphones fell off. Sorry about that. I probably interrupted you a couple times. I guess it just depends. I'm worried black on the main line right now has some sort of way to turn this around and have extra pressure that might just be too much. Because, for example, on the bishop takes line, right? You can't take here because this is not only check, but it would fork the cannon.
There's a better version of this line. Just taking the pawn in between move after the elephant goes away because it comes with check.
Oh, and then taking
right.
here. Yeah. It's less of a trap. Because you still wouldn't have been able to capture here because this happens.
Yeah. But now you win the pawn guaranteed instead of maybe being able to defend it.
Yeah, that's true. So let's recap on that line. Because I don't think that line is good by this logic. Knight for horse trade is even, chariot for rook trade is even, and a soldier is 1. So this just goes down a soldier for Xiangqi.
Yeah, this queen looks pretty nice. This bishop is not really doing anything, but Xiangqi also does not really have much development, aside from this rook, which could maybe go here.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
looks
bishop
losing, I
can,
guess.
yeah, the bishop can dominate the central square, and prevent
Right.
prevent all of this.
Okay, yeah, so that looks pretty bad.
Well, no, hold on. If white goes here immediately, the queen is then pinned to the king, and you can't intervene because then the queen will die.
Right? You just move the king. Actually, probably like this.
Oh, what did I just? Okay. Let me think.
There you go. Now you're just unpinned.
Do it on this side first, then, for practical reasons. And then you wanted to go here.
Yeah. That can be blocked. This is always an idea.
It is. As much as I'd hate to admit it. You could salvo here, but it doesn't really help.
The rook is kind of stuck.
Yeah.
It's not where it wants to be.
Yeah, I don't like how this is turning out for Xiangqi after the big exchange.
Yeah,
It's
so
too...
I think the horse move, back on move 19 was a mistake, I think.
The one on move 19? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I hear ya. Maybe... So there was another option on move 17 that Spike pointed out and wanted to consider. Because the key of a knight or a horse on this square is offensively it jumps to 4 squares, right? But defensively it cannot be attacked diagonally when it's a riverbank horse. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer a promotion. I am going to ban you. Hold on. Let me figure out. How do I... I'll report you to start with. Spam. I'm not going to block you. I do have to figure out how to ban you. There it is. Happy. Yeah. Yeah. So this immediately targets this, and then it's a question of why'd you do this, right? In the first place?
This. This.
I mean, that's being held down already.
Yeah. So this is the horse has to move back. So you didn't accomplish anything.
True.
And actually, no. The horse is kind of trapped, isn't it? Covered. Can't go there. This would hang the cannon. And this would hang the horse. So your horse is trapped, actually.
Yep. That's just a pure blunder. That was very non-obvious that it was a blunder, though. I didn't... Until we walked through the line after this pawn move, I didn't see it. I guess you would have to move it back immediately in order for it not to be. Like, just immediately go there. But then you just... Yeah.
So this move is not good. I guess this was the other option for move 17.
What was the other option?
Just moving the horse in the other direction.
Oh, and the initial square? Yeah, that brings us back to the old main line.
Well, there was a different point. Yeah, move 19. It's probably a better. But yeah, the doubling up the rooks is the other line I was looking at.
Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah. Which is just a reasonable-ish developing move, but it does run into this.
Yeah, and then you go here.
And now the knights are holding hands.
And if you want to do this, it can be pushed, I guess.
Yeah, it can be, but this is still hanging then?
Oh,
No.
right.
Oh, no, you win the queen on that line.
Ah, right. Okay. So the queen probably just stays here. For sure.
Probably. It's in a good spot, but something feels off. Like, technically both of these are not being protected, so there might be lines where you can do something like this or this to pressure this way, and this one is a little bit more trapped, so that would force it off sides, and then you might be able to infiltrate to this square directly. Because how else are you going to defend? I guess the elephant is protecting it after you move it.
Yeah, you can always do this. Just
That-
trap my queen a bit.
That's an interesting idea. But,
Maybe you
oh,
can do
and
this.
yeah. And now you're targeting here? Not
Yeah,
here,
you
of
can't
course,
really defend
but...
it. You can't move this cannon because that's the only thing guarding that.
Weird. And normally in this situation, if you wanted to protect this pawn, you would push it here. So I do think this queen move is the most testing line for just protecting the horse with the other horse. But I think you might be forced to do this directly. And just say it's protected by the elephant, it's fine. And if you go here, you just push here. because it's protected by the elephant as well.
I don't really like that, but I guess you could. Well, why not just this pawn push right away?
The pawn push right away after the queen goes here? The cannon dies.
Oh, right. Yeah, the cannon. I forgot. Yeah, the cannon.
I guess you could just move the cannon back as well, because it's protected by the horse. This horse might be overloaded protecting two of these guys, though. But this one's not hanging at the moment, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
It looks totally fine.
Is T2 or T3 better for Xiangqi? I think T2, because you'd rather the river be closer to the opponent, and they have fewer good squares to attack with their bishops and queen.
Well, the big advantage of T3 is easier soldier promotions, yeah?
That's true.
But against chess particularly, that means they can push pawn 2 squares and still have it cover 2 squares diagonal. So it's not as much of an advantage as it might seem.
Yeah, I think against armies where the pawn line only has one square it targets, and you therefore can you have the action economy with a single salvo to open up a promotion line, you might want T3. So things like Spartan, Golden Horde, Twin Suns. Twin Suns also has
Or
like spacing considerations.
You can just wait. Is deep battlefield?
Oh, yeah.
Territory still a thing.
Deep territory is still a thing.
Yeah, then you can just always pick T2 and go deep if you're facing those battalions.
True. So if you go T3, it's only if you want it four deep for some reason and really be way far away, which means the double move might not be a thing. So you go T3 and deep in order to avoid pawns entirely, if you wanted to. I guess that's an option you have.
Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess this is the line we're currently looking at. Well, while she's gone, I'm going to continue cleaning these old chess pieces. I think deep is better because riverbank horses can't be easily targeted by pawns in one move. You might be right, but I also think you overvalue the riverbank horse. I think it's just an emergent thing that comes up through play, not something you try to play for. You know what I mean? It just happens and it's good, rather than it's something you try to exploit. Could be wrong, though. There's certainly going to be some openings where you exploit it. And probably at least one line where the exact thing you're saying on the deeper territory options, territory and battlefield options, are just really gonna work. Like, that opening idea exists somewhere. It doesn't totally matter for balance tests, though, because we always balance test on T2. I think T3 is de facto required for Xiangqi in case opponent pits Shogi to stop them from promoting easily. Shogi promotes on your back 3 ranks, no? Not on your territory? Then what's the issue? Honestly, the main issue against Shogi isn't anything to do with soldiers. Like, sure, old T2, like old rules Shogi, T2 would be an issue, but not so much now that it only promotes on back 3 ranks. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of not letting your opponent get 2 horses in hand, so they can't flank you from the sides and force you to die. These squares suck for the horses. Welcome back.
Yeah, no worries. I was getting some food.
I completely understand. I mentioned this earlier, but no one was in the stream yet. I'm currently cleaning chess pieces with when my hands are idle. Oh, the old Bieder and Meinhof gambit. Very nice. Thank you. I'm glad someone is a man of culture and recognizes this advanced opening theory. Black to play here. Now that you're back.
I think it might be better to just try to play through a new game, because this one is like...
Too deep in the weeds?
Yeah.
I mean, we basically did play a new game by starting on like move 3 in what was True and I's balance test, where he gambited a pawn, and I just said I think the pawn gambit is bad after thinking about it, and we backed up all the way just about.
Yeah, but I mean, we were more in like and it was less like playing through a game and more like exploring through a branch. Like,
I hear what you're saying. Just go back far enough that you're comfortable, because I do want to finish some of these lines, because the central pawn push does need to be tested in at least one of these games as like the opening move, you know? Historically, we have always found that move is weirdly strong against chess. It just takes the right setup. You know what I mean? Like the right mindset and combination. So just back up far enough that you're comfortable playing from a position and figure out what you want to do. I'm mostly focusing on the chess side myself.
we could just play like I guess a regular game from the line you were looking at move 21.
Oh, move 21? Let me head
Actually,
back.
No, now that I think about it, it might be better to maybe starting at move 11, because
11-ish?
yeah, I think actually these first few moves by chess might be a bit weird.
I disagree. I think these are both really reasonable moves by chess, like almost required, at least on 11 part 2. And this next one with the other pawn.
No, I meant more the move 16. That one is I think that freaking slow off the rails.
Oh, okay. This pawn move. But isn't opening up the lines just better for me than for you? Because the mobility and the fewer pieces in play, as long as the trades are even, makes my queen stronger?
I mean, if I'm looking at move 21, that position looks totally crushing for white.
Really? I mean, you have the
That's
doubled
my
rooks, but I mean,
Well, black has no pieces other than the queen, and the queen is not doing anything. It's just staring at nothing.
oh, development wise? I suppose, but like,
All our wood,
hmm.
all our wood was very close.
My main idea here on this move 21 would be this, just to hedge the bets a little bit, and then try to unpin things, and accept that this guy might die. You know what I'm saying? Just this?
Not good about this home. Other work is coming. You're kind of forced to take, I guess.
Yeah. And now this is open?
Yeah, this looks really strong. This work is kind of. Actually, oh wait, no, that doesn't quite work.
Yeah, that just gives up both rooks if you do, so you're forced to back
Now
off.
you're kind of opening the.
Like, sure, I'm open over here, but... So I lost a pawn, is what
there
what
you
you're
go.
saying.
My-
Oh,
I'm
but
having some
salvo...
internet issues.
Hold on. Salvo's only 3.
Oh.
So I get my extra pawn back through salvo if I just push and then force you to capture and then push again. Which means I want to do this one first in order to cover both of these.
Definitely, that would. Well, first of all, I would give this check.
I would block.
Oh right, forgot about that.
Yeah, battlefield movement.
With that in mind, I think I should go back a few moves.
Okay.
Probably back to here.
Oh, you salvoed this turn. Hold on. So you do that. Interesting. And you still need to get 2 of them
This
off?
might still be a good move just to do that.
Maybe,
Do
but I'm
this.
gonna do this first.
I'll definitely start with this.
Oh, because now this is a thing.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, that's the thing.
Interesting.
This is exactly what I meant when I was saying this line looks very good for white. I mean, the bishop
Doing
move,
the salvo first actually means that I have a lot of trouble. I guess I have to do this bishop move. Interesting. Yeah, I'm forced to do it this way. Because that's the only way to protect this pawn, or at least protect the...
Oh, yeah, because it's guarded by the knight.
Yeah.
And your queen prevents me from taking it with the cannon.
Or the rook. You're saying if you took with cannon first. Gotcha.
Yeah, then this would lose the defense.
The blind swine mate. Oh, like pigs on the 7th, blind swine. Yeah, I hear you. It doesn't quite do the thing yet. Only because of this guy. If this knight wasn't here, my entire defenses would fall apart.
The easiest way to deal with that is just this.
Oh, you salvo immediately, and then you're guaranteed to get all your salvos off, so now you're up a pawn. I could prevent your 7th rank infiltration with this move.
Yeah, that's reasonable, I suppose.
and now I'm asking questions on where things are going.
What about this?
I mean, I already have this covered by this.
Yeah, but allowing this rook in is fatal. I'll be totally willing to trade on cannon for bishop there.
I think I'm also willing to trade cannon for bishop there is the problem. Because I don't think your rook getting here is fatal. I just want to prevent it because it's, you know, it sucks, but I got this covered, you know?
Already under fire.
Yeah, I want you to salvo this pawn. You don't have to, of course. Oh, you salvoed here. I see. So you want to do this infiltration, and then ask me where I'm going, but you know what? There's a lot of questions here. Let's see where you fall on this. Because I think if you take here, and then I take here, I have time on this infiltration after this sort of thing to just go here, with either queen or rook. Potentially both.
I'm trying to... Not just this and... oh, whoops, what happened?
Rook takes.
You have to block with the rook, right?
I do. It's forced.
Well, at the very least, I could do this and win a bishop. Wait, no, it's guarded. What am I doing?
It's guarded for now. You take here.
Yeah, I suppose. Not sh-
And now this trade is already reasonable, cannon for knight, but I'm losing the bishop here, and I already lost a pawn. So this is a very successful attack for Xiangqi, I think. But it may still be a difficult, maybe even losing endgame. It's very hard to
The thing
say.
is, this cannon is kind of trapped. So you don't have
No,
to take
it
it right away.
Oh, you think
This
so?
doesn't actually work. Well, yeah, you don't have to take it. It's totally trapped. Rook covers, queen covers.
Yeah. And I can just do this in order to cover this square so you're not trying to protect
Well,
it.
if you do like that, then I can do this, right?
Oh, so I need to do this to do this. Got it.
Yeah, wow. Wait, no, this doesn't work.
Why not?
Can't block.
Oh, cannon takes. Oh,
I
that
think the move is actually this.
is actually what?
Oh no, that's illegal. That's illegal. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't really save the bishop?
Maybe you can with this. And then if you take here, it forces the trade. Yeah. So you... I guess you just do this.
Wait, what are you looking at right now?
Because if you go down, I just step up.
I'm not seeing what you're looking at.
I promoted it to main.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then the cannon is guarded, so it escapes.
You're not
So
really
where would you
guarded.
go?
Because I go here, you go here, and now I'm trying to capture here.
Yeah, then I just get out. I just get out.
But my bishop lived? Oh, and then you won the knight, is what you're trying to
It's
assert.
actually losing material. You're losing material like this. Oh no, because you can take with the queen. Never mind.
What?
I was looking at a different line. Never mind.
I mean, in some ways, here, your cannon is pinned. No, I'm threatening to take this.
Yeah, but
and
I
I'm
can check. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you give check?
But I can check. Yeah, I can check. That's the idea.
Oh, you just take here. And this is just a trade, and you still won the thing. Frick. So I guess I have to do this. Oh, shit. I don't have options, because here protects your cannon from my queen. And then you just push here. Well, not entirely. I mean, forcing that kind of sucks. Wouldn't I win the elephant there? I guess then, yeah, I would have to do
I'm not
this.
sure what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the fact that I freed this up, but you don't have a real way to save this. Because I take here, you take here, I take here.
Yeah. I mean, I was not gonna try to save that pawn. It's dead.
Okay. I am still targeting your cannon with the rook, at
Yeah.
least.
This is the move, I think.
So this was the correct way. No, it's past the river?
It's past the
Oh,
river in the wrong direction.
that is correct. So I would not be able to kill the elephant on that line.
No, yes, you
But
would.
you have to save the cannon. It doesn't matter whether it's forward or backward, it just has to end on a thing. Hi, Night Sparrow. Welcome to chat.
Oh, wait, so yeah, the elephant would survive.
It would,
If I
yeah.
try to save the,
But the cannon would not.
yeah, that's more important. But anyways, here the threat is this, right? Crying away the defense of the bishop.
If you do that, I just block with pawn.
Oh, right, this pawn.
Yeah. Now the horse is hanging.
Yeah, this is on the wrong side of the river to jump to.
Yep.
But I think I'll do this just to get the square for the horse, right?
True, true. I do still block with pawn. I'm gonna have to try this someday. Looks
No,
interesting.
no,
I'm still working
now I'm
on the
losing all my
app, but
pawns. Now I'm losing all my pawns.
yeah. So
Like,
sure,
this one.
I did lose a knight on this line, but I'm probably able to gain enough compensation.
This definitely losing.
You probably want to push this, but I'm not sure.
Sir?
Yeah, this line does not look good. So where's the mistake?
You don't like this for white?
No.
Let's see. It's cannon and horse. Oh, yeah, you are down material. How did that happen? You're down a good
They're
bit.
getting the compensation. Right? And I lost too many soldiers.
Night Sparrow, since there's no diagonal protection in Xiangqi. Correct. So the river is on these two ranks, right? It's between those. If you're moving to this side of the river, you just can't capture diagonally. But what we gave in compensation was a single forward capture. So currently these pawns are actually covering these squares rather than the diagonals. And it was the only way to not have this just be checkmate. Or the only way that didn't sacrifice something else way worse. After years of trying to find something. Yeah. The bishop and queen are not allowed to do that. Xiangqi just has a AoE debuff. If you're on my side of the river, you can't kill diagonally. Where did you think the mistake was, Potat?
I think the bishop with the cannon was a bit premature, yeah? You should try to just build up the pressure instead. Maybe this horse move? I'm gonna go here.
That sacrifices the cannon?
Oh, right. right, I forgot about that, but maybe it's not too bad.
Oh. You think you can just assert yourself this way? Maybe.
This one is a bit more extreme, but now the queen is.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
It's not doing anything right now.
Let me give you the
You're gonna win
Discord
back a
before
bit
you
of
leave.
material, right? You're gonna win back a bit of material with the bishop.
You feel like you're gonna win back a bit of material with the bishop? White can win in the other line, I'm pretty sure. Let me think through why they seem to think, or why Potat seems to think that they can win material here.
Well, the bishop is pinned and attacked twice.
Oh.
They can't be defended.
It's only pinned for them for now? Can't I just do this?
This is a check. This is a check. It's a problem.
That is a problem. Maybe you were onto something with this, this quick horse jump.
But instead of sacrificing this cannon for this bishop, you're sacrificing this cannon for this bishop, which is a lot better.
Yeah. Probably. Sweet, welcome to the Discord, Night Sparrow.
Spike, can you try like recording the other line that you're looking at and like putting it in the Discord? Okay, never mind. I can look at it. I'll be back.
Let me think. Perhaps this is a thing? This is a problem. Oh boy. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do here? You actually have two really big threats.
Oh, this is the best thread ever.
Am I unable to kill this hanging cannon just because I have to stop this somehow? That would imply I need to do this. Maybe? I guess. Okay. I don't know if you can save your cannon, which is the good news. Because there's no protected squares. Well, no, this one is. Because the cannons can hold hands again. I think this might be forced, but I am not sure.
So I just end up. I mean, this pawn is still lost.
I can't capture that way yet. I have to step forward first.
Right. And then I have enough time to do this. Wait, no, I can't because I have enough. This saves the pawn.
It saves this
pawn. Is
pawn.
lost.
Yeah.
This pawn is lost. So I need to choose one, and this one's obviously better.
Yeah. The horse is hanging on that line when you do
Take
this.
up the horse. Take up the horse.
Right? Nothing's protecting this?
Yeah, just taking it right away.
Yeah. boy. Um. So now takes. I have it defended enough. You might be able to attack it again this way because this is hanging anyway. And of course, you're on the correct side of the river.
Way to exploit this.
Maybe. But this is certainly a scary move for me. Because it covers that, first of all. Second of all, it's not attacked by this pawn thanks to 4 winds. And it's attacking this bishop again. Right?
Yeah, that looks reasonable. Because now I already got my rook past it, so I don't need to worry about blocking.
Yeah. And if I move it, this bishop is hanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
I may have to do this to cover it again.
And I might have time to do this. I'm pushing the bishop.
That doesn't attack the bishop. You can't cross the river.
It's just pinning. It's just pinning.
Oh, pin the bishop this way. Which...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe. Or if you're doing that, you might want to do it backwards. I'm not sure.
Question,
This...
Can I just literally just do this in one material?
Perhaps?
Probably no, because that would open up your king to defend. That,
Yeah.
to cut that off.
It's very tight, but I think until you get these 2 moves in, I'm doing okay.
You're gonna be taking with the knight, because otherwise you lose material.
Yeah.
Attacking my rook. I could then do... No, that must defend. Yeah,
I think if you do this, I just go here, because it disconnects this so I don't lose a defender, and then you can't go here because then this dies. So you would have to put one of these here to protect.
Let me take a look at the line.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoops.
No, this does not work.
Unfortunately, no.
Well, yeah, very... Maybe...
Okay.
Right, actually. No, that's covered. Yeah, that doesn't work.
I'm confused, actually. What's wrong with this? Oh, because then the queen covers it. Yeah. Nice. I think there's another way. There might be.
Oh, that's where it's always... It's the only point where it's not covered.
Oh, doing is an in-between
Now
move?
now you can just go back. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I would hang the bishop. Let's check.
Wait. So after rook takes... Oh, yeah, and then you're forced to do this in order to not hang something. Oh, but that would hang the rook. Let me think then. Wait. Oh, you do go here and then quote-unquote hang the rook with check. And then you go here, and now both of these are hanging? And this one's targeted twice?
So you definitely take this.
Yeah, and now you've won a bishop, in theory?
Yeah.
And then the rook has to back the fuck up?
Or I could just move the elephant, right?
Yeah, or you could move the elephant.
Which I think seems like the more reasonable move. Now the question is just to move it here or here.
I would advocate more for here because this is more exposed IMO, but it's up to you. Because I can't find a reason to argue against this. It just feels like it's easier to
They
target.
both have the same moves, right? The same options.
Yeah. But this one I can target this way in some lines, I guess.
Right.
The advantage of being here would be, like, it screens for the cannon, but I don't think that helps here.
It's very, very powerful. It can't be dislodged by anything. You
I...
can force me to block. Perfect move down.
I'm going to double move this to effectively capture your salvo.
There. And now I have the issue of 2 hanging pawns.
Oh, you weren't nearly as bad in the other line as we thought, because you still had the King's Chariot you hadn't dropped yet.
Well, I never thought it was that bad, but...
I mean, you started just losing pawns. To be fair, you have 2 hanging pawns again. But, yeah.
I feel like...
There is this check, at least. But there's also this check, and they accomplish about the same thing. Which is Mike King steps into a different square.
Well, I wanna keep maybe attacking that.
You don't have a way to attack it a second time, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, not without getting your king here, which does not seem safe. I see. So you just protect this way. I kill here now.
This looks very bad. Like completely lost.
You have the cannon and this for the queen. But I'm effectively up 3 pawns in this endgame. Otherwise. The queen is probably weaker than these two combined, though. Just because I can't attack diagonally inside of your area. So I'm a siege tower on your side. What's the siege tower worth again? 6, maybe 7? 6.5? Uh, 6.5, 1111, easy count. 11.5, 15.5.
In this matchup.
They're worth more.
They're worth less.
Well, because if I get to this file, it's very hard for you to stop me.
Yes, yeah.
These two ways in particular. It is because the elephants and the guards can't cover these 2 ranks. You have a lot of trouble stopping my my pawns in certain lines. More than likely what you'd end up doing is protecting one side with the cannon and just trying to force me around it, and then protecting the other way with some combination of these 2 on the same rank, and just trying to build a fortress and play for a draw. That's what I see happens here. And it might be doable, but I also may have too many pawns. Depending.
Oh no, this endgame in particular, there's like no chance because of all the pawns.
The only one who can win is me. It's just a question of whether or not you can draw.
And I think the answer is no.
Okay. So I won too many pawns in the aftermath because I was able to pick up 2 for free and effectively capture your salvo with my push, which is that checks out. Is I captured 2 of your pawns and captured your salvo, so that's why I'm up 3 pawns. Huh. How did we get here? Like, where was the mistake from you? You did just also...
around move 26.
Around move 26, you think?
Or not necessarily there, but somewhere around that point.
I mean, that salvo was pretty reasonable.
Well, it was making a threat, but it was also like pretty easily defended.
Oh, new line? Where is it? Oh, double stacking on move 25 instead of the salvo. Aren't I forced to do this? Oh, I see. Because I don't have the extra defender yet. This night move is pretty reasonable. I'm worried it comes under pressure from a deflection tactic. But in which case going here doesn't help much. Okay, on 38, we went back to 26, Spike. White can win a pawn and get decent pressure, I think, by moving the chariot up with check. Let me look. Oh, different line that reached 38? Oh, this one. White can win a pawn here? White can win a pawn and get decent pressure, I think, by moving the chariot up with check and checking the horse. I mean, yeah, the king can't advance, and I can't block with anything, so I'm forced backward. And then you're saying check with horse here?
But this loses the last soldier for white, which would, I think, lose any chance of winning.
I think it might... This might win the rook, is the issue.
How?
Because if you just go here, right? Go here, you're threatening this. If you go here, you come down again, maybe. And then you have some trouble where you can't move over, you can't move up here. You go this way and then the rook dies. If you give the check... Well, it's the black has to move. So you either win the bishop or the rook? Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, but that's not good enough, right? That's not good enough.
Down
You're gonna lose your last
here,
soldier.
down.
I mean, black
And
can
you're
even lose the rook
fine?
here. But black can lose the rook and still be fine, I think.
No, I think what you're supposed to do is step forward with the rook or with the king, because now you're threatening this. If knight takes, rook takes. If rook takes, rook takes. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, the elephant can move back with check. Takes? Yeah, the elephant moving back doesn't matter too much. Okay, so you are able to hold on with a little bit of clever shuffling on the chess side. So this doesn't work. Alright, let's go back to the other line. Hold on. You were on 26, and instead of salvoing, you doubled your rooks. Nope, not correct. I fucked this up somehow. Yeah. And then... Oh, you accidentally did it after reducing salvo. Oh no. Wait, did white get 2 turns in a row? Yeah, you gave white 2 turns in a row on this line. Because white had just deleted this. And then push there and then be like, okay, never mind. So we get this push in. I see, I see. Now we're double stacked. And I believe the line I looked at last was this? No, I'm confused. This is hanging, and then the question is this. Need to think. Was there this was the other way you were looking. So ways to protect this in extra time. There might be an argument for this, but it's, yeah. That could be reasonable. Oh, okay. And then you just block here, yeah. Oh. Yikes. So you want this here just so that you can cover these properly for these types. No. I think you just want this. I don't like where that goes. After this and then this. Okay. So sure, I'm pinned. But now I block. Okay. But now if you take, oh. And I'm pinned? What if I just push here? Yeah. Because it's not like the king's targeting this pawn, right? So just add the defender. Music is a little hype right now. Whew. Whew. All right. I'm gonna cut this off in about an hour, and we'll continue looking down these lines. If we're consistently dissatisfied with, oh, you're playing it out? Okay, knight takes first. Yeah, and then I'm just forced to do this. Rook versus cannon horse. With bishop and that. Yeah, I'm just winning. And you have to get both salvos off. You're only going to get one off. That can only be dropped on your back rank. Shogi brain.
That was a mouse slip. That was a mouse slip.
Oh, okay. In the line you
I turned on push to talk a while ago, and I keep forgetting to actually push to talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like chess is just winning in this line. Okay, 100% pushing this immediately.
This one looks playable, I think, for Xiang.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. The key point is like the soldier to pawn ratio is different, so I'm not going to win just by a promotion pressure thing. I actually have to win with these pieces versus these pieces, you know? Oh, this. I can't go here, unfortunately. I'm looking at the quote-unquote competent bishop pressures. Well, that assumes that you're not okay with that, which might be a fair-ish assumption. I probably just immediately go here. Make it hard to save this one and prevent you from defending directly. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, never mind. This doesn't work. Hmm.
Oh, preventing that directly. Good call. This runs into this, though.
Actually, I'm fine losing the elephant for the pawn, so that never mind. That doesn't quite work.
There's definitely an argument for this first, but I think you have enough trouble stopping that I've just saved this while I get the chance. Oh, this was at 1, now it's, yeah, slightly out of order just because forgot. Oh, you changed the line. Oh, and you prevent it this way. I see. In order to not run into this issue in short order. This, because if you, and then you drop here. I take here. I save this because I can. The reason I did that was so that on lines where I push my last third rank pawn, I still cover this square. Deliver check. Yeah, just block with bishop. There's an unstoppable... Oh, there's a very difficult to stop mate threat coming because the horse is here. Yeah. It's doable, but it is still problematic, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. This is just a good square for the horse anyway. I'm on the correct side of the river, so I cover that. I am still going to do this. I'm just going to ask where you want to go. Yep. And then if I go here, you cover yourself fine, but I might be able to win the elephant? No. Not quite. I guess I just win this then? I mean, there's time. Oh, no, I'm done. Thank you. Needed to be reminded that I'm not the smartest cookie in the jar. I really do think this endgame is just losing for you. I see. Wait, how did I end up here? I'm confused. Oh, you're playing out a different line. I was looking at this. Rather than... I don't think the check does anything, you know? I don't want these to be holding hands. My tactics are stronger when they're not. So this intervening check is actually a weakening, or it makes my position worse. Oh, you want to take here? I mean, sure, but if you do that, I'm killing your horse. And then you can kill my bishop, and then I can capture your elephant. Alright, so now you're preventing this, but now this is unprotected, but it's also unattacked. Yeah, that would dominate the lines. It's interesting as well. Something like this also first could be something to look at, but I think I'd rather you be here than here, because this doesn't matter yet. Yeah. Okay, so you protect this. If we go back, we repeat moves, and I think you might be fine with that. So I'll just kill here.
Resign here.
Okay. Alright, so you doubled everything up. I think that trade on move 29 part 2 was wrong. And I don't think that you can just trade down into the end game yet. And you have to play it a lot slower. And somehow not lose out on these pawns and soldiers dying and all that. Which I guess was the reason why you went for that line, right? Is because you didn't lose as many soldiers. Yeah, that's reasonable. Especially because this is already covered. So now this move doesn't threaten much. You just go here. Oh, I see. Infiltrate here. Then you just do this, right? Oh, fair. My bad. If I go here... I mean, I'm already covering this enough between these. Do you think this was better than this? Like giving the check first, or do you want to hold on off on this check? Because I don't like that this hangs a pawn. If I do this, oh, I'm pinned. Oh, so I have to move my king here. I guess I just do this then. I think I'd rather do this. Because this covers and stops some nonsenses. And you have one less attacker. And now you advance. And I guess my rook gets kicked out, and that makes this move look dumb? Maybe? Oh, what the? What just happened?
I was just saying, I would just do this. I keep forgetting to push to talk.
Oh, I thought you were just being quiet.
Okay, I just turned it off because people are making lessons now.
Okay. Notably, this elephant move earlier that ended up here from one of these sides is really mattering this way on some of these lines. If I go here, you're already covered twice. So it's tempo against this. Let me rule out the obvious moves I can't do. Is there an argument for this move? No, not really. If I go here and you just go down, do you just chase me into a repetition because of this?
I would probably not. I'd probably try to move in here.
Like,
So
for
this-
example,
this-
if I do this, you could do this. If I do this, you could do this.
This knight is undefended, so
Oh, you're trying to deflect it with this?
it's
Yeah, but-
undefended.
Hmm. I guess this would be what I have to do in that case, which protects this way, but yeah, if you end up here, I go here, you go here, and I'm forced to defend. And that... Huh. Struggle. Oh, this is rough, because I can't even go here. Wow. Am I just losing?
Yeah, this rook move was definitely not great.
No.
So going back to move 29, King's Chariot basically means that I can defend all my soldiers.
Yeah.
So it's just about how to like, continue attacking from here.
And also how best to defend for me. I need more, how say, ways around, like, I kind of need this not to be pinned. If I go here, it just dies immediately. I guess I might have this, but it's not a real win. Trying to double these up seems dumb. I could go here and just target this and ask you where you want to go. And try to get your guys, you know, undoubled on my 7th rank. Yeah, I feel like you don't have too many threats on this line.
Attack the nose.
Yeah.
Nose is a bit of a target, maybe.
Maybe. This would be on the correct side of the river to not be attackable this way, and smacking both of these in turn might be nice. Downside, my queen still covers that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think about.
But is my queen covering that enough? Because, like, cannon takes, queen takes, rook takes, king takes. Honestly, I'd rather have the cannon, the rook, than the queen. So, maybe.
But I also got the bishop.
Do you get the bishop? Oh, you also get the bishop. Yeah. It's rough, but... Let's see. You take, I take, you take, I take, and then you have to save this.
You don't really have to take though. You might be better off not taking.
Oh, like just going for the horse first? Yeah, you're right. This might be better.
I don't really have any threats, so I should take with the rook first.
Okay. But if you do this, and then cannon takes, right? Because it's better endgame, I take the horse first?
Yeah, this is losing, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm threatening both cannons. Which means you can't take with cannon or rook on that bishop. Which means my knight move is sound. Woohoo. You can't block either because there's nothing that goes to the square. Spike just out here coming up with ideas. Also, that's just stone speakers. Yes. Yes, it is. It's part of why they exist that way. At least I'm pretty sure. Are you still looking at 31 part 2 on what you should do?
I forgot to promote the list.
Oh, okay. I'm worried again. We have to check to make sure that this is okay. Or not too bad, rather. Takes. I guess, yeah, that's not hanging. So the risk is this one? Again? Take this first. You can take this with check, which is scary. And then king moves over. And then you're not on the correct combo because I was able to dislodge you earlier. Otherwise there's just a mate here. The pawn takes there. Oh. Okay. Fascinating. This might be my only move in this position because it protects this enough to be able to maybe do this.
Timeless.
I don't think it's hard to miss. I think this there might be a mate line as well.
No, I missed this.
Oh, that's way worse. How long has that been a thing? Here that was a thing. I'm not sure if it's better, but still better to promote it earlier. Because, yeah. Spicy? Yeah.
Here.
Do you think you're better than you were before here? I don't see a move for white.
This is much worse. This is much worse.
Okay. Alright. So that would imply that you couldn't do the move you did on move 31, but also you need to do the move you did on move 31, which is confusing.
This doesn't really work, I don't think.
No, not really. Furthermore, I could just oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's this. Because are you just playing it out for posterity's sake?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay. This move on move 31 really messes with your defenses pretty hard.
Yeah. Maybe the mistake
So-
was moving the elephant over there on move 27.
Maybe. But if it's that, it's only because you're having some trouble, well, the reason you did that was the pin, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. It didn't end up being all that effective.
The other options on move 27 would be maybe the cannon forward 1 in order to extra protect this and prevent the push of the queen. And also get prepared for just going in front of your elephant 1 square. You see you see my arrows?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. That's an idea. Um, how does I have a curiosity question. So everyone is affected a little bit differently by consistently doing these types of deep analyses. Some find it exhausting, some find it much more fun and fascinating than playing normally. I'm wondering how it affects you, because that's definitely consideration, because you're one of the 2 more active balance testers, right? I still have my emergency calls of getting Nathan to play, but you know what I mean.
Didn't hear anything you said.
I was asking how these type of long, deep analyses affect your energy and mentality towards the game. Because some people get very exhausted by the constant takebacks and looking at positions that may or may not just be completely losing and trying to make it work.
Well, I mean, I think you noticed right now, just now, but I'm having like a big crash in terms of energy.
Yeah, but also just that
I mean,
could
that's
have
just
outside
honestly, like,
factors.
I usually stay at like the same energy level until it just like all falls off a cliff all at once.
Okay. Do you want to call this for today? Did you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I asked if you wanted to call this for today.
Sorry. It's enough. Like I can't.
You can't what? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, I don't know. I think my connection is messing up because I can barely hear what you're saying.
Okay, let me make sure it's not mine. I asked if you wanted to call this for today. In which case I would go back to move 27 after the night move and just mark there white to move.
What did you say? I cut out for a bit.
I asked if do you want to call this for today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you, Potat.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night. Good night, chat. We only have... How many viewers do we even have? Not that. It's 3 viewers. Okay. I'm not going to worry about rating anybody with this many viewers. Thank you all for stopping by.